Lots of DCU news to go over. I think it's pretty fair to say that the Snyderverse is done. I don't think they'll be picking that back up. They are going to just leave it as a trilogy, and that's going to be the end of that story. Apparently, The Rock is not allowed to talk about the Snyderverse, who was a big fan of it, by the way. He, according to several sources, desperately wanted to do a movie with Gal Gadot, Ben Affleck, and Henry Cavill. And he was really pushing for a showdown between Black Adam and Superman, which I think would have been pretty cool. This is one of the few DCU movies I'm looking forward to. I think The Rock is going to do a really good job as Black Adam, and I think that he's really invested in this character. He's been hyped for it for years. So I think it's going to be a good movie. I really do. And it's a shame that he's not going to be able to get that showdown that he wants. He even commissioned some really cool art during the past year where it was like his Black Adam facing down Henry Cavill's Superman. And he's been campaigning super hard to get that showdown in the movie. If anything was going to save the Snyderverse, it would have been The Rock. And that would have been something that maybe kept it alive, but that's not going to happen. Now, here's the really, really messed up thing that happened today, kind of confirming that. Today's Henry Cavill's birthday. I don't know if you knew that or not. And Warner Studios India gave a shout out. I think it was Warner Studios India went to Twitter to say, "Happy birthday, Henry Cavill," and they had a picture of him as Superman. Then on the same day today, we have this Hollywood Reporter article that drops behind Warner Brothers' search for a Black Superman. Now, this isn't news, right? We've known this for a while, that this project was happening. I don't like Ta-nehisi Coates, the guy who's writing it. I pretty much boycott all of his work because of the nasty things that he said about first responders. You can watch my video that I've already done on this. I've done several videos on what he says. But yet, companies keep handing him iconic American characters. They've given him Captain America. Now they're giving him Superman, the movie reboot. Now, all reports had pointed at this Superman being Val-Zod or the other version of Superman. I'm not sure. There's two of them in the multiverse that are people of color. I don't know both of them. I just know there's Val-Zod, and I don't know the other one. And that's what everyone assumed. That's who everyone has assumed is going to be Superman, one of these established characters that have already kind of taken his mantle on a different universe. But that does not seem to be the case. It seems to be that, well, at least according to the Hollywood Reporter, which I want to point out is strategically released information. They feed them this stuff, and they report with it. According to the Hollywood Reporter, this Superman film appears to be moving onto its own track and won't be part of the universe as of now. Sources tell THR that Coates is crafting a Kal-El in the vein of the original Superman comics and will have the protagonist hail from Krypton and come to Earth. While the story is currently being crafted and many details could change, one option under consideration was for the film to be a 20th century period piece. So the key thing in there is Kal-El. So they're just going to change the character, which is mind-blowing when you already have characters. Like, this guy still comes from Krypton, right? It makes no sense to me. Like, why wouldn't you just use these versions? Now, maybe they still are, and that's a typo from the source. I'm not sure. It makes no sense to me. And it's pretty obvious what DC is trying to do. They're trying to capture that Black Panther money. Black Panther was a huge success. I think it made like $1 billion something. I personally liked that movie. I thought it was a good movie. Black Panther is an established character that's been around for a long time. And I thought that movie did a pretty good job of capturing the character. That movie was also a good movie. I think the saving grace for Black Panther was it had a good villain. The villain in the movie that Michael B. Jordan played was very, very well done. And that's something that a lot of Marvel movies don't have. Most of them have pretty generic, shitty villains, and they actually gave him like a good villain. And that really helped the movie out, in my opinion. You have to actually have a good movie for this to work. Ta-Nehisi Coates, I don't know if anybody's read his Captain America run, but it's, from what I've seen of it, pretty shitty. It's terrible. It's a horrible run. Even people that like the NPC stuff at Marvel were trashing that run. So I highly doubt he's going to write a good Superman movie. You also have J.J. Abrams producing it. His work sucks. The movie's going to be a disaster. But the one thing that I actually would have been fine with if they decide, well, okay, well, we're doing the multiverse. We want to do these multiverse versions of Superman. I got no problem with that. I actually like the multiverse. That's one of my favorite things about DC Comics is that they explore the multiverse. It'd have been fine. It doesn't mean that they're never going to do another version of Superman, so who cares? I'm not going to go see the movie because I don't like J.J. Abrams and I don't like Ta-Nehisi Coates. But now you just want to piss off everybody by having him be Kal-El. It doesn't make any sense. You have so many established characters that can pick up and you can pick up and make these movies based on. You could do Val-Zod. Hell, you could have done Henry Irons. You could have done the Man of Steel. Or I think he's just Steel now, but you could have done that. But instead, let's just do this. It makes little sense to me. I don't see the future of the DCEU being successful, especially with bad robot helming everything. I think it's going to be a huge disaster, and it's just going to quicken the downfall of comic book movies, which I, at this point, am almost welcoming. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that and subscribe if you're new.